Hey everyone, today we're talking about Elimination Diet meal plan. We have our daughter here because, you know, she normally takes about a 3-hour nap, and today she decided to take about a 20-minute nap. So we have everything set up to record our video. So she's going to join us for the video. So
this is the life of the parentpreneurs. So
that's right, Elimination Diet meal plan. What are we going to get into?
Yeah, so today we're talking about the best foods on Elimination Diet. While it differs for every person, we kind of want to talk to you about why we choose the foods we choose and why we're very successful with this, and where you can find an Elimination Diet meal plan for you.
Yeah, everyone wants a plan to get started, especially something like this that is so important that you have to stay, really focused to get the best results. You can't really veer off track. An Elimination Diet plan is awesome. So what foods are commonly removed? I know there's like a core for most bases because we know some of them are the most offensive foods. Let's dig into those.
And now another disclaimer here, nutrition should always be individualized and the removal of foods is typically different, or at least slightly different for each person. But on the whole, we usually remove the foods that are the top allergens because we consume them the most. And not only do we consume them the most, but from a manufacturing standpoint, they're typically the most heavily sprayed when they're grown. They're typically the most heavily manipulated and manufactured in the processing plant, right? So you combine all of that with the common eating of these foods such as wheat, dairy, corn, soy, nuts, and eggs, and it's no surprise sometimes our immune system reacts when it's in hyperdrive. Now, let it also be known that paleo is an elimination diet. It's a different form. So is vegan. So is keto. So, a lot of things you're reading about are actually elimination diets without even realizing it. But I personally, from a medicine standpoint, have seen the most success with the top removal and reintroduction of the common allergens.
So, it can seem really stressful for a lot of people. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so daunting, and you have all kinds of guilty foods that are sitting in your cupboard. But, does this really have to be stressful? What can you give them to calm the stress and give hope that this can be really successful?
Yeah, so it absolutely can be successful if it's implemented correctly. You have to plan in advance. I know you've heard this so many times. I know that in some ways it's cliche, but you have to plan the foods in advance. You have to try the recipes in advance. You have to experiment, cook in bulk, freeze those foods in glass containers so you can reheat them throughout the week. Because trust me, after a long day, when you're exhausted, and you're running around and maybe you're even trying to feed a family, and there's only a certain amount of foods you can eat, you really want to make sure that food is already there in the fridge or the freezer, you heat it up and you get rolling, right? So success comes from planning. What's your saying about preparation and...
Preparation and opportunity lead to success. I didn't come up with it. It's famous.
Okay. Well, we're giving you the opportunity, and if you just prepare, you'll have the success, right?
That's right. So what would a typical day look like for someone on an elimination diet meal plan?
So again, very different, but our format, more of the removal of the allergens, would look like this. Maybe we have a bowl of overnight oats, but instead of putting peanut butter in the oats, we put sunflower seed butter and cinnamon and banana maybe. Or maybe we have a smoothie where we use flaxseed milk or hemp milk, right? Rich in omega-3. And we put frozen fruit and frozen thank you, very sweet of you. Frozen anti-inflammatory spices. And maybe we'll use a protein powder such as collagen peptides, or even hemp seed protein powder, or sacha inchi. The possibilities are endless. And we write all about this in our meal plan, which you will find in the show notes. And then a snack could be maybe little sweet potato sliders. Sweet potato sliders, and you can put your favorite fruit or nut butter on there. You treat them like toast, or maybe chicken and hummus or guac on there with your favorite seasoning. Maybe lunch is a grilled chicken salad and we have a side of brown rice. Maybe dinner is quinoa, your favorite form of steak, and roasted cruciferous vegetables. There are actually a ton of options to eat on an elimination diet. It sounds terrifying at first when someone's saying, no corn, no soy, no nuts, no eggs, no dairy, no gluten. It's like, what, are you a psychopath? But really, if you just map it out, it is worth your time. And remember, we're going to reintroduce all these foods one at a time at the end. We just kind of want to figure out what's specifically triggering you and your immune system, if anything at all.
This can be really easy. I don't want to say easy in terms of there's guidance out there, there are the right foods out there, and our website is guided to help you. It doesn't have to be climbing Mount Everest. It does take a little bit of discipline and focus, but once you get the wheels going, it can be like, wow, okay, there actually are a lot of options.
Absolutely.
We've gone through this ourselves. You've obviously helped thousands of people with this. We can really help you with this. So, is an elimination diet expensive? I'm gonna have to throw out everything in my cupboard and then buy everything new, or?
Yeah. So So I wouldn't throw out anything in your cupboard. Either use it up or, save those things that can be used later. You can have it, 6, 12 weeks later. But an elimination diet is only expensive if you make it expensive and if you don't plan. So I have those clients that are like, yep, nope, I'm not gonna cook. I'm buying the fancy sandwich wraps, I'm buying the fancy crackers, I'm buying the fancy this and that. Okay, yes, you will pay significantly more. But if you're just focusing on fresh, real food, and you're making a lot of the food yourself, and you're cooking it in bulk, you can actually save an incredible amount of money. And it may even be less than what you're paying right now because you're not going out to eat as much. You're not buying the soda or whatever, the Starbucks fancy coffee with dairy in it every morning, whatever your vice is. And then you know what? I tell patients, if this is still expensive for you, we're gonna walk through your daily life. First, we kind of shave off the food extras. Like, do you really need 4 boxes of cake mix? No, at least not right now, you don't. Do you really need, a 12-pack of soda every time? Do you really need this special type of alcohol or coffee or whatever it is? Do we really need this? And if the answer is yes, and if we can't really trim down the food section, then we're actually looking at daily habits. If this elimination diet is so important to you in order to feel better, what can we cut out? Are you perusing Target every weekend looking for decorations, Or what else do you do in life that maybe you don't really need? Are you buying new clothing every week just for fun? Can we cut back on whatever those habits might be and put it more towards your food bill?
So, really good analysis. We have another video on what is an elimination diet. If you're just trying to go back and forth on getting all the information to know where to start, what it is, we have a really awesome blog post, Elimination Diet Ultimate Guide, that really is an all-encompassing post on starting, reintroduction, some food plan ideas. It's a really detailed post. Then we have our Elimination Diet breakfast recipes post, everything from pancakes to smoothie bowls to help you get started, to again show you that you can have a disciplined meal plan but still have some of the food you love. And then we have a post on 7 tips and tricks to really help you succeed. So, all kinds of information to help you out. You can succeed. You can find out the offensive foods. Your gut can get better. You can have awesome energy and feel great again. Don't let anyone tell you that it's just you're getting older and that this is normal. You can feel better again. We've been there. We've had the fatigue. Trust us on this one.
We want you to be our next success.
That's right. So leave some comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know more on what your struggles are, or if you've been on an elimination diet, how maybe it helped you. Share this video with your friends. Give us a big thumbs up. It helps us grow the channel, and subscribe so you get updates on when our next video is out. Find us on Instagram and on Pinterest, and give us a shout out. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for your time.